All in the wrist, watch how I flip. Watch how I whip, I'm in the whip. All in the wrist, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, car on the wrist. All in the wrist, watch how I flip. Watch how I whip, I'm in the whip.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Touchdown. 56. Hey, come on out here, get some. Come on here, come get some. He don't want it. Check
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
54. 66. Bullet.
Second down. Murray sets to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Murray now on first down. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Come on, sack. 60 yards. Check 56. Bring it. Check 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray dancing to his left. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it, and there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On second down, here's Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Lawrence Guy, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And Wilson has it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Johnson. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're
nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Murray now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Play action. Now it's Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, he's going to rifle one deep. And this is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Andy Isabella was the intended target. So that changes things, no doubt. We thought we might be on the verge of our initial score of the game, but after that interception...
The long return.
Yeah, then they had that long return, and now it's the other sideline who might be the first to put the points up. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining. As we step aside here in this second quarter. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Call it a gain of 12, but, of course, not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for 24 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no No matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson complete to the running back, Matt Breida. A gain there of 21 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him
nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10 on the ground. This is Johnson. Calais Campbell on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Johnson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
this time?
Closer. Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on second down. Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's get it together.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And now he'll tuck it and run. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Shotgun now from Murray. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here.
He's got a convoy and he might be gone. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Matt Breida in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Wilson connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 46-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And let's get this. Mike 50.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
43 is the mic. 43 is the
This time Wilson will throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Unsuccessful pass on 3rd down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Seahawks 17, Cardinals 9.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's go, Ford. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray trying again after the pick six. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Trey Flowers picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Matt Breida, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I smell fear in that offense.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready?
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Line 90. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. You guys listen. I got it.
This is Breida. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
I'm going to hit you.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run it with Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
We play to win. Let's go.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
22. Jet. Bomber. 25.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Johnson running right. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing now is Murray. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that